Linsanity.
All right.
But I got Knicks up there. So.
All right, good. Well, Vic, right now, there's a lot going on in New York sports, and there's no bigger story than the Super Bowl champion New York Giants. But the second biggest story, being that spring training really hasn't started yet for the Yankees, is Linsanity and Jeremy Lin of the New York Knicks, playing pretty well. Star players go down with injury. Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony out for a few games. All of a sudden, we got this genius Harvard guy, Jeremy Lin, comes into play, and the Knicks are unbeatable. Yeah. Did you see it coming? No. You didn't think, a couple of years ago when this guy was in Harvard, he will be the point guard for the New York Knicks in the future. You didn't think that?
No.
Okay.
I'm a big Knicks fan. I didn't even know he was on the team. As you know, I'm of the Fitz and Vig team. I'm more of the basketball guy. And I did not even know he was on the team. And rightfully so. He wasn't drafted. He was an undrafted free agent, signed by Golden State, cut, signed by Dallas Mavericks, cut, signed by Houston Rockets, cut, signed by the Knicks. Almost was cut. We're going to pick up Mike James, who was a free agent, during the season. But then Melo and Stoudemire went down. We need a little bit of playing time. You throw Jeremy Lin in. He drops 20 points on the Nets in his first game. Next thing you know, Linsanity is born.
It is born, and it's been great for the New York area. It's all over the news. The Knicks have been playing well,
which is nice. New York is hot.
New York can be a very big basketball town.
Absolutely.
It really can. They're a 24/7 Yankees town, but when the Knicks are good, they rival them, especially this time of year when baseball hasn't gotten started yet. So I guess the bigger question is, we've seen what now? Is it 9 games under Lin? Somewhere around there, 8, 9 games?
Yeah, 10. They're 8-2 now.
Okay.
7-2 with him as starter.
Right. Okay. There we go. That's what I was getting at. The 7-2 as a starter. Will this continue? I mean, I'm not expecting them to win 7 of their next 9 games throughout the season. I'm not expecting that. But will he bring them from a team that was, I think, what were there, 5 games under 500 when he came on board? Will he bring them to a 10-game over 500 team by the end of the season?
Yeah, I think they were 12-19 actually when he started this run. So, my concern is Carmelo Anthony, and I don't have any issue with Amari Stoudemire playing or being able to play alongside Jeremy Lin, because Amari Stoudemire has always been a finisher throughout his career. He's always played with Steve Nash and other shooters. He's always been a good, dominant, complementary player.
Right.
Like a guy who can get his own shot, you don't have to run plays for, big put-back guy, big finisher. Melo has always been a one-on-one guy. Right. He's always been a run the offense through me kind of guy. Now, Jeremy Lin is the kind of dude that, yes, he's a scorer at the point guard position, but he also distributes.
He knows how to, yeah.
My concern, though, is will the offense stagnate now that Carmelo Anthony is on board? They lost last night against the Nets, the lowly Nets. They lost at home in MSG. Melo's first game back since the injury. Melo only had 14 points or something like that, and really a poor shooting night. So I chalk that up to a lot of rust and feeling out.
Yep.
Longer term, do I think it's going to work? I'm going to say yes, it's going to work, because I know how bad Melo wants it to work. He forced his way out of Denver. He's a New York guy. Went to Syracuse. He badly wanted to play for his hometown team. I think Melo's going to try to make it.
I'm going to say that the Knicks will be a lot better with Lin in the lineup, when everybody gets their chemistry together and starts playing together. And I think the dynamics of the team will change a little bit. I think going forward, you're not going to see many 20-point nights from Jeremy Lin. I think he's going to be floating in the 12 to 17-point range, but his assists, I think, are going to go up. They're going to go from, they've been pretty solid at, the 7 to 8 range. I could see him pushing that towards close to a 10 average per night now that we have these 2 big scorers in the lineup every day. I see that happen. I see, as a whole, the Knicks getting better. My problem with them still has to go back to the defense, though. Because, they were giving up a ton of points before these guys got injured. Now you bring Jeremy Lin in. He's a help to the offense, and once again, not a help to the defense. If you watched him play the Nets last night, Darren Williams scored 38 points on him. Could have scored 50. Lin had to give him 10 feet, because if he came any closer, Williams would fly right by him. So I think that's where they're vulnerable. They're going to keep going for those shootout victories. This should help their offense, but I don't really know if it's improving their defense.
So I'm a little more bullish on their defense than you are. I would say Darren Williams, when motivated, can drop 38 on any team. That's including any team in the league. I mean, Darren Williams is that type of talent.
But I'm just going to say, when you're talking about going to the second, third in the championship round of the playoffs, you're going to be playing all-star point guards. He's going to be playing Derrick Rose if he wants to get into the and Dwayne Wade if he wants to get into the finals out of the Eastern Conference.
what you're saying though, second, third, fourth round of the playoffs is so far beyond where the Knicks have been.
It is.
For the past decade, 15 years, like since the Patrick Ewing days, that for me, that is a huge improvement.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm with you as far as, are we talking about winning a championship? I think you need a couple of years to tell.
Okay.
Because,
oh, well, that's true.
Because right now you have a big four. You have Lynn, Carmelo, Amari Stoudemire, and you have Tyson Chandler, who's the perfect number 4. Okay, you know, I was bearish on him as number 3. As a number 4 in the rotation, I'm bullish on him.
Okay.
I think Tyson Chandler is a great number 4. So I think they do have, but it's going to take a little bit of time for them to mesh. So I'm with you. What I was saying is I'm a little more bullish on their defense is because Tyson Chandler does not have to look for a shot as much. He camps out in the lane now, and I saw him get a couple of rebounds. Man, the Knicks they beat the Mavericks at home. They beat the Mavericks at MSG. Huge win. Huge win. Tyson Chandler was a monster. The best game I had seen by him all season because he was just snatching rebounds. It was him. It was Chandler surrounded by 4 Mavericks going up for a rebound, and he was grabbing it all fourth quarter. He was surrounded by 4 Mavericks and just, give me that, because he wasn't worried about his offense. He wasn't worried about getting his own shot.
That's a good point. If it helps balance out the team as far as playing each everybody's strengths, then even better. Then great for the Knicks. And maybe I did go a little bit ahead when I was talking about that. But if you're listening to the New York media, everybody's expecting it, expecting it to be Knicks and Lakers or somebody in a championship this year. But with that being said, I think we're gonna see things shake out a little bit. I'm saying Linsanity is great. Happy to see him, but I don't think. I'm not willing to say it's going to go on for the rest of the season. I just can't do it.
Okay. Rest of the season. You won't give me a regular season? Jeez.